Hello, good afternoon. It's great to see so many faces here and a lot of participants online. My name is Thomas Altmann, and I happen to be the chairperson of the Controlled Environment Plant Phenotyping Working Group of IPPN. And on behalf of the steering committee, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you this afternoon. Both since we perform this this workshop as a hybrid event, I'm very pleased to have people around here face to face in person, as well as I mentioned, a lot of colleagues being around online. And I hope that the next speaker, Uli Schur, is also joining us very soon now. So as we conduct this 24 hours of workshop time as a hybrid meeting, we will have both speakers as well as participants and attendants being present in person or online. Now, before I give a very short introduction into the workshop, I would like, and I need to explain a few rules that I would like to ask you to obey during that time as kind of a code of conduct here. So for the participants on site, we still have some COVID rules to adhere to, very simple. The request is that please wear a mask while you walk around indoors. Once you are seated and we have lots of space, there is no mask required anymore, and of course not during food and lunchtime. Speakers here on site are requested to load their presentations onto this laptop, please, here, in order to present it from the lecture hall. For the online participants, I would like to ask for the usual procedures. On the first hand, we'll use the very same Zoom link today and tomorrow. It shall be valid for 24 hours. And I would like to ask everyone not asking a question or presenting to keep their mics switched off in order not to disturb with unwanted noises. On the other hand, you're of course very welcome to switch on your cameras, because it's always nice to see faces and not blind screens in the gallery. Of course, if you wish to ask a question or make a comment, this is a workshop and we hope that it will be lively interactions. Then please raise your hand, use the button in the reactions menu at the bottom of the Zoom window. Or alternatively, you could also indicate your wish to talk or to comment in the chat. So please use that. Furthermore, I would like to note that we intend to record the presentations, including the discussion, but I will ask each speaker separately. And also some people indicated that they are not pleased to be recorded, so I will switch off the recording and then allow everyone to ask a question without recording and discussion after each talk. So over and over again, you will have the prompt of approving the recording of the talk. But as I said, I will stop always to also allow the people that don't like to be recorded to ask. Furthermore, I would like to document also the online attendance. And so after the session, at the end of today and of tomorrow, I'd like to take some screenshots. And then, of course, everyone is welcome and encouraged to switch on the camera so that we have you in the gallery. And also on site, we will have some photos taken tomorrow during the coffee break. Well, it's really wonderful to have such a great audience in our workshop and such an outstanding lineup of speakers. And we are all very pleased to have such a great response to the announced event of the IPPN Working Group on Controlled Environment Plant Phenotyping. As probably most of you know, IPPN is the main association that represents the international plant phenotyping community, including the world's major plant phenotyping centers. And the primary chairperson of the IPPN board, Uli Schur, will also be here today with us and give a welcome address to you in a few minutes. So IPPN has a main goal of promoting science and research in the field of plant phenotyping, and major activities are organizing symposia like the IPPS that will be held in Wageningen in September, and I'm pleased to have Rick and René here, who are in the organizing committee and the main planners of that meeting. As well, workshops and summer schools are organized, and IPPN runs several working groups, currently 7 on various topics related to plant phenotyping, and one of them is the Controlled Environment Plant Phenotyping Working Group. This is a group, as is shown here, of colleagues who are interested to assess plant performance traits that are expressed under very well-defined conditions that stimulate diverse present or simulate diverse present and future scenarios. So to have features assessed of plants where we know what the conditions were that elicited them. Now, the main aim, again, of this working group is to promote the interaction of scientists of diverse fields, especially those that run phenotyping facilities, together with those that would like to use them, and colleagues of kind of neighboring disciplines like general plant biologists, agronomists, bioinformaticists, but also meteorologists and climate researchers and sensor engineers. And again, there we have colleagues of companies here, and I'm pleased to see them and interact further with them. So the working group was established in 2018, and since last year we have re-elected the steering committee. Again, many members of them are either present here in person or attending the workshop online, as well as our supporters, Kerstin and Philip, are here. And we have quite an active group here, and all information, I'll come back to that later tomorrow in the discussion, you will find via the IPPN website. So today, our workshop and tomorrow is hosted at the IPK. And before we go into the workshop program, I'd like to give you just 2 or 3 words about IPK. The Leibniz Institute of Plant Genetics and Crop Plant Research, as the title says, is a member of the Leibniz Association of publicly funded research institutions in Germany. Currently, it's 97 across all disciplines of science. And IPK is since almost 80 years. Next year, we celebrate our 80th anniversary, devoted to basic and application-oriented plant research, especially on crop biodiversity and crop plant performance. And biodiversity in the sense of genetic diversity is the main core of IPK, because IPK hosts the Federal Ex situ Gen Bank that covers around about 150,000 accessions of our major crops. However, it represents actually almost 2,900 plant species. Predominantly, however, our major crops like cereals, crucifers, or also legumes. Now, this GenBank this stock collections is being developed further into a biodigital resource center, and that includes collecting digital information about the genomes of these accessions as well as their features. Therefore, we have quite a number of research infrastructures like a big sequencing facility, various analytical platforms, a range of databases, and very extensive plant phenotyping infrastructure, especially installed in controlled environments. So the major goal of IPK is to facilitate informed access to these plant genetic resources, uncover fundamental processes of plant adaptation and plant performance, and with this knowledge help tailor crop plants to improve traits like yield, capacity and stability and quality, and sustainability, so resilience, resource efficiency, and climate adaptation. Well, with this workshop today, we would like to address and give you and us updates on controlled environment plant phenotyping in installations around the world. So we have presentations from the US, from Australia, from China, and several from European platforms, and give you an update on results on simulation of certain conditions and the assessment of plant performance. We have 199 registered participants, partly in presence and a large fraction online. And our schedule is quite elaborate. We have talks, should have enough time for discussion. So I'd like to ask the speakers to adhere to about 20 minutes presentation to allow us about 10 minutes of questions. And then this afternoon, we would like to organize a guided tour through IPK's most recent phenotyping facilities. And we would also like to allow the online participants to also participate in this event. So we will stream that via a smartphone video or camera system in the Zoom conference, so as to have you and give you the chance also to see what people on site can see with their own eyes. So I hope very much that this will work out, and I will give a few more instructions on that later on, shortly before we start the tour this afternoon. Okay, with that, I would like to close. I look forward to a very exciting series of presentations and discussions with you. And I hope you will enjoy the whole program as well. And last but not least, I hope that all the technical gadgets that we would like to use will do their job and don't fail.